Well, hey there. Welcome to live stream today. So good to see you guys. We are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is showing up for yourself. How to show up for yourself, why you should show up for yourself, and how to avoid the pitfalls that happen when you don't. So, this is going to help you so much. I'm really, really excited you're here. Thankful for those of you who join us live on Tuesdays, and also thankful when you're watching the replay. Would you guys mind to share this video out? Give it a like, tag a friend, let them know that they might really enjoy this content too. So, hey there, good to see everybody. Hi, so good to see you today. All right, so we're going to talk about showing up for yourself. Now, when I say that, I want to know what comes to mind for you. I want to know, what do you think of when I say you should be showing up for yourself? A lot of times people are like, oh, Dr. Edie, that's kind of selfish. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Well, I'm going to prove to you today that it's not, in fact, selfish. In fact, it's the way we take good care of ourselves so that we can take good care of other people. So you're in for a treat. We're going to talk about 4 ways to do that today. If you are brand new to my live streams, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Edie, and I help women with healthy habits, productivity, and mindful living. I run Life Mentoring School, which I founded a couple of years ago, where I help women get unstuck and live the lives they want to live. So I am super glad you're here. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about showing up for yourself. Let's talk about what it really means, and let's talk about what happens when you don't. So what I mean by this is we are in a season where maybe you just set some goals for yourself. Maybe you decided you wanted to create a new habit or two. Maybe you looked at your life and thought, you know what? I really want to, whatever. I want to lose a little weight. I want to start an exercise program. I want to, whatever. And we get a little ways along the path of doing that and, do just fine. But then we kind of lose steam. We decide, I don't know about that. We have second thoughts. We have some failures. We make those failures mean that maybe we were never supposed to do that in the first place. And we stop showing up for ourselves. So what I mean by that is that I want you to take agency. I want you to take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, for the life you are creating, for the habits you create or don't create. I want you to begin to realize that it's all you, sister. Now, the reason this is so important is because, number one, if you don't prioritize showing up for yourself, you will become needy for other people to show up for you. I hear this all the time. In fact, I've said this so many times. Why doesn't such and such support me in my new business? Why didn't such and such support me on my birthday? We come up with all of these reasons why we think other people should be doing things for us. Let me tell you something. The responsibility for somebody to show up for your business is you. You show up for your business. Nobody else needs to believe in your business but you. And if you begin taking responsibility and agency for it and cultivating that in yourself, you'll have enough belief for everybody. I remember when I first started my business online, I now do life coaching and I do health coaching with essential oils and supplements. And when I first started, the first time I ever introduced other people to the magic, which is essential oils, I got a lot of negative feedback. And I felt so sorry for myself. I'm like, why can't people just support me in my business? Why are people mean? Why I need their support. And what I realized really quickly, thank goodness, is that actually I don't, because I support me. I believe in what I'm doing. I know how they've helped me in my life. I've studied the literature. I don't need other people to do that. And if we don't show up for ourselves, we expect somebody else to. If I don't have my own back, then I expect everybody else to have my back. Why can't they say nice things? Why can't they? It's okay if they don't, actually, because I have enough belief for all of us. Same way, if you think about, I used to have all these issues with my birthday. I was like, everybody always forgets my birthday. Why do people forget my birthday? I need support. I need people to remember. And I realized that the responsibility lies with me to create the experience for myself that I want on my birthday. So I stopped blaming other people for my crappy birthdays. And some of you are like, wait, are you reading my email? And I started creating my own magic for my birthday, you guys. I love my birthday now. You know why? Because I take responsibility for it. I show up for my birthday. I make sure I have a cake that I want. I make sure if I want to go on a trip, I go on a trip. Normally, what I do on my birthday is host a big event and teach people all kinds of good stuff about how to create the life they want. That sounds like fun for my birthday, but I don't blame other people anymore. And I don't expect other people to show up for me in a way that I'm not willing to show up for myself. So the reason it's so important to learn how to train yourself to show up for yourself is because if you don't, there will be a void there. Nobody will be showing up for you, right? And then you'll expect that it should be your husband, or it should be your best friend, or it should be your children, or it should be somebody. No. The person who needs to show up for you is you. And the amazing thing about learning to live like that is that it gives you so much freedom then to really, really appreciate it. If other people do, you're like, oh my gosh, like 5 people remember my birthday this year. Are you kidding me? It puts you in this state of gratitude instead of a state of entitlement of what other people should be doing for you. It's our responsibility to take care of ourselves. By the way, you're the one who knows better than anybody what you really want for your birthday, right? So create your own magic. Show up for yourself and stop expecting that other people should do that. Now, other people will do that. There are a lot of times that other people will show up for you and they'll emotionally support you and they'll have your back. But I want you to find the freedom that comes from doing that for yourself, because the more you are equipped to do that for yourself, the more you'll be able to do it for other people. Sometimes I like to think of it like this. So if I go to the gym, I just went to the gym. We had a great workout this morning. And guess what? You know who brought water for me to the gym this morning? Anybody want to take a guess in the comments? Go ahead and tell me. Who do you think brought water to support Miss Edie while she did her workout at the gym? Yes, I did. Right? I know exactly how I like my water. I take a big old Yeti and I fill it up with ice and I put water in it and I put my little iodine drops in it. I know how I like my water. So I don't expect anybody else to bring my water to the gym. I don't get to the gym and go, why did nobody bring me water? Hello? Right? And the cool thing is, I take such a big thing of water to the gym that if somebody else needed water, I could like guzzle mine down and still have some left over. But it's my responsibility. I want you to start thinking about your life like that, you guys. I want you to start thinking about your relationships like that. I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to take good care of yourself so that you're equipped and filled up and ready to take care of other people. So, number 1, you take care of you. Now, oh shoot, I just lost my place in my notes. This is a good one, so I don't want to misquote myself. Number 2, when you show up for yourself, you create rhythms and routines that will so benefit you when times get hard and chaotic. So, when you get in the habit of doing this, you will create amazing habits and rhythms and routines that just serve you well because you will take responsibility for you. Now, when I woke up this morning, I spent yesterday taking care, night before last, my little 8-year-old got a stomach virus in the middle of the night. threw up, was still feeling kind of icky yesterday. So he stayed out of school yesterday. So I took care of his little self. So pitiful. Isn't it just sometimes like precious to take care of a sick one because they're so quiet and cuddly and all of that, right? And so I took care of him. And it was a weird day. Like so much of it was a weird day. And when I got up this morning, I was like, I felt really exhausted because I was trying to do my work and take care of him and, get him everything he needed. And it would have been so easy this morning to just start the day off in the wrong way, in the wrong mood. I got so much to do. I got so much to catch up on. Is he going to be feeling better? Is he going to go back? All the things that were running through your mind. But I have a daily ritual. I have a daily routine, a morning routine that is very nourishing to me. And after I went through my morning routine this morning, I was just so much calmer and just ready to take on the day, no matter what. And I don't expect, because here's what happens, y'all. If you don't have nourishing routines and rhythms for yourself, you'll do the same thing as I mentioned in number one. You'll go, well, why isn't somebody else helping me? Why is it always me? Why is this happening? And you'll end up not taking care of you. You'll end up taking care of other people, doing what you need to do for the sick child, but you'll do it with resentment. You'll do it kind of halfway going, ugh. You'll do it with a bad attitude, or you'll do it and feel sorry for yourself. And I want you to create rhythms for yourself. You take responsibility for the kind of day you want to create, for the kind of person you want to be, so that when things are hard or off balance or chaotic or not in your normal way you would do things, it gives you that comfort. So really thinking about the habits and rhythms that you want to create for yourself that bring you joy. I have so many of them in my life. I love creating new rhythms and habits. I've been working on a new nighttime rhythm. I love it so much. I've been meditating every night. I've been doing these amazing breathing exercises at night. I'm not hangry. What did I call it? Slangry anymore at night, where I'm so sleepy and angry. I've really revolutionized my own nighttime routine, and I've done it as a way of really taking care of myself instead of expecting that other people will do that, or being resentful that they don't, or feeling sorry for myself that nobody's taking care of me, right? Number 3, you will enjoy life so much more. Get this, because you will learn to depend on you. You will cultivate an amazing relationship with yourself. Now, here's what I want to say about this part, you guys. Obviously, I'm a person who believes so much in connection and community. I love having relationships with other people. It's really one of my favorite things. But I want you to learn how to cultivate relationship with yourself first. I want you to learn how to show up for yourself first. So I remember when I was first starting my workout program at CrossFit, it was really hard to get in the routine of a new workout. It was hard to make time for it. And it's funny because I would look at my husband, and he is like clockwork. Every day he comes home from work, gets on his running clothes, his walking clothes. He goes out, he gets his exercise. He comes back from it, he does push-ups. Just so faithful to it. No matter what happens, he doesn't vary from his routine. And don't you find it sometimes harder? It's harder as women for us to do that because we feel like, well, I got to be more flexible. And I realized like there's something about that I really appreciate. Like he takes care of him. And what I have realized about my routine is that sometimes it can inconveniences other people. Sometimes he has to pick up the slack for me in the mornings. Like maybe I have to pick up the slack for him in the afternoons, and that's okay. I want you to get in the habit of cultivating a relationship with yourself where you show up for yourself. Another example of this would be like if you made a lunch date with a friend, you wouldn't just willy-nilly not show up, right? You would have enough respect for them that you would show up for the date, or at the very least, you would call them and let them know what happened and, or whatever. And we cancel stuff for ourselves all the time. We look at our own appointments with ourselves with no regard, with no respect. And I want you to learn how to cultivate this relationship with yourself, where you can trust yourself, where you know that you are committed to taking care of yourself because you don't expect other people to do it, and you want to do it with a good attitude, and you don't want to do it with resentment, and you don't want to feel sorry for yourself, but you are committed to that relationship with yourself so that you take good care of yourself, so that you then are equipped to take good care of other people. And the last number is this, and I briefly mentioned this in number 1, but I want you to really let this one sink in. You are the one who knows most what you need. Don't expect other people to anticipate your needs. Well, I wish he just knew what I needed. I wish he just could see into some crystal ball and know what he should have gotten me for this anniversary. Or I wish my kids just knew that mom needs. No, you know what you need. You take care of you. Nobody is equipped to do it like you are. And that is a radical form of self-care. And when you learn how to do that, guess what? You get so much better at doing the same thing for people in your life. You have so much more room. You have such a better attitude about it. You don't have this entitlement or resentment or bitterness that other people aren't showing up for you the way you want. You know why? Because you show up for you. And that is amazing. So I hope you show up for yourself this week, you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing and sharing these videos with your friends. We're so grateful for you. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye, you guys.